You are welcome, Dr. Rita. And I know you're going to really share some things with us that will help us in our health this evening. So welcome, you have the floor. Please, over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aino, for the honor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rita Onubia. I'm a pharmacist. I'm also a member of the Green Community, a VIP 2-star member of the Green Community, and you are all welcome. So how have we all been today? Today has been an interesting one at my end. We've had a lot of rain. I don't know if we all experienced that. If you saw the rain today. Did we see the rain? You're welcome. Mrs. Ogunlesi, you're welcome. Mrs. Biodun, you're welcome. Aniton, Mr. Shegun, you're welcome. Welcome everyone who is here. Let's quickly tell our guests and team members that we have started for this evening. So today we'll be talking on a very important topic that this meeting will be focused on, like social awareness, a public health awareness, so that we can all be conscious of these facts. And my introduction started with a story of how we had rain some weeks back. And in short, while the rain was on, the roads were motorable. How many of us were in that rain? I think a particular Friday, the rain was consistent, especially for those here in Lagos. I'm speaking to you from Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome, Mr. Adeleke. Okay. Can we all hear me? If you can hear me, okay.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right. So, and I was just thinking that it wasn't even 24 hours, just Lagos alone experiencing rain for some hours, and there was no roads. The whole place was flooded. And why is that? Because of the poor drainage system. Because of our poor drainage system. Just last week or last 2 weeks, I noticed in my immediate environment, the local government has been doing some work, clearing the gutters and all that. But what happened to this debt? They heaped it by the side. They heaped it by the side, which is not proper because it was left there and wasn't cleared away. So the rain that fell today would only have simply washed the dirt back into the drainage, and the thing becomes blocked once again. Let me quickly put up my slides. Okay, can you see my screen?
It hasn't come on. Okay, yes, we can.
Okay. Okay, so today's topic is on building a healthy culture. So I would start with what culture means. I will now go into health and how WHO defines health. And I'll also talk about how what we do, our habits, what we do in our immediate environment can actually affect the community at large. Let's remember that the supposed drainage, the gutters that were clogged and blocked, it did not just happen. Human beings like you and I have been pouring dirt into those gutters. They've been throwing nylons, they've been throwing bottles, and it is not for lack of having a good refuse to throw these waste away, but because there is no, should I say consciousness? There is no consciousness of of the long-term effects of what their behavior and what the habits they have of throwing refuse here and there can cause. So hope we are following. So what is culture? Culture is defined as the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. How many of us as a people have actually seen, maybe you're in a vehicle with some persons and the person just maybe finished a bottle of water, and the next thing you see is that the person winds down the glass and throws the bottle outside the window. How many of us have witnessed that? Can I see a show of hands? Or just yes in the comment section? All right, we are changing my power source. Okay. So it's actually, for me, it's troubling because many persons are not aware that this is a vice, as in this is something that is detrimental to the environment. And when we harm our environments, we are indirectly harming ourselves. We are indirectly harming our health, because most diseases and most health conditions are as a result of environmental factors, aside the ones that are based on your gene and hereditary diseases. But there are most diseases that we encounter and face as a result of environmental factors. Yes, Ms. Ogunlesi said yes, that she has seen several people. Mrs. Eniton and Mrs. Biodun also collaborate with me. So how can we curb this malice? Let's look at what does it mean to be in health? To be in health, what does it mean? That's the state of being free from illness or injury, a person's mental or physical condition. WHO defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Now, I will be picking on the social well-being. Have you ever experienced the fact that maybe you had to go to a different environment, different from what the norm, as in what you are used to, and it didn't look so clean, or as in the whole place was just filthy and dirty and all that? There is an effect, there is a way it affects you mentally. It brings down your, how should I put it now? There is a way you feel. You don't feel too good. Okay. You don't feel too good. For some people, it can actually be very depressing to be in an environment that is untidy. So how can we make the necessary changes? What can we do as a socially responsible community, society, to curb this problem? There are certain factors, like I already said, factors that increase disease burden. The environmental factors are unsafe drinking water, poor sanitation and hygiene, pollution of indoor and outdoor air. So if we do not keep our environment clean, if we do not get rid of refuse, if we do not cut down grasses, certain things happen. If we allow stagnant water to remain, and even in this period with the rain, the cold weather. There are a lot of pollutants. There are a lot of triggers in the air, especially for those that have seasonal allergies. There are a lot of triggers in the air that would make them come down with allergic reaction. That's why you see a lot of people who are sneezing, who are coughing. It's not a bacterial infection per se, but it's as a result of the weather and the environmental pollution that we have found ourselves in. Let's recall that the water we drink, by the time rain falls, the water washes over the supposed dirt that has not been cleared off, and it goes into the streams, into the rivers, into the sea, and it causes pollution. It harms the environment. And basically, if we do not take care of our environment will really not take care of us. There are certain things that the environment produces that we actually need to live a good life. The food, the protection from bioradiation. So taking responsibility is very, very important. Taking responsibility, social responsibility from our own immediate environment. If you see a person throwing refuse, even from their houses, I've actually seen someone coming out of their house with dirt, walking across the yards and pouring that dirt into the gutter. So as in the culture, is something we really need to work on. And this thing can be curbed by proper education. Before we go into that, I would like us to see statistics of malaria. Now let's look at malaria. How do we get malaria fever? How do people get infected with malaria? Can anyone help with that? I hope you can all hear me. Because malaria is one of the most common disease burden in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So how, okay, Oluwakemi says from mosquito bites. Okay, yes, Mrs. Biodon says from mosquito bites. Exactly, from mosquito bites. But there's a particular mosquito that actually causes malaria fever. But how the breeding of the mosquitoes? Can we try to imagine an environment that is clean? Would there be room? Yes. Ms. Ogunlesi says the Anopheles mosquito. Exactly. They are the ones responsible for infecting humans with malaria fever. Now, imagine an environment that has no stagnant water, an environment that is clean. Would the, exactly. So would the malaria burden in our environment, would it increase or decrease if we are more conscious of taking care of the environment, if we are more conscious of carrying out activities, behaving and maintaining habits that give us a clean environment, that do not clog our drainages, that clears the roads, that clears the gutters. Exactly. So in a clean environment, the increase, the life cycle of the mosquito, especially the Anopheles mosquito, will decrease. And indirectly, the disease burden of malaria will also decrease, because if there are less mosquitoes, then there will be less victims. Are we together? Now, I went online to check the disease burden as a malaria burden. And from what I can see here, what we can all see from this graph, it shows that Nigeria still has the highest number of malaria cases. And I know it can be better. We can do better if we all take responsibility by taking care of our environment. That's the social area. Now, what can we do on a personal note by what we take in to protect ourselves from the disease burdens? Because aside malaria, there are also other environmental factors that can come into our bodies because of poorly maintained environments. So at this time, okay. So at this time, what are the things we can do personally? We can boost our immunity. Yes, we can boost our immunity. We can take supplements that would also boost our immunity. We can eat right. We can eat balanced meals that will help our immunity. We can clean our environments. We can help in educating people around us on the malaise, on the harmful effects of our behaviors towards our health. Now, this chart actually shows that despite the number of deaths that have occurred because of COVID, there have actually been more deaths caused by malaria fever alone. There have been more deaths caused by malaria fever. And I've actually met someone I know in a salon. She's a hairdresser. And I know she had a baby at a time who she was always backing and who was always like playing around. And I was at her place, I think about 2 months after my last visit. And I noticed the baby was not around. So I was like, okay, maybe the baby was left at home. But I knew that there was something wrong with her based on my observation. So I softly asked her other colleagues what was wrong. And they informed me her baby of about 1 year died. Died from what? Died from malaria, which is a preventable disease. So there are so many things. If the environment was clean in the first place, it would have reduced the chances of her child being bitten by the mosquito, being infected, despite the fact that they were not proactive with their actions, and they didn't take the child to where the child could get the necessary care. I'm sure she may have done what she knew to do, but what she did was not enough to keep her baby alive. So it's a very sad situation, and it's something that we can prevent by being proactive. Now, what can we take? What supplements can we take as what supplements can we take to help us with our health? Can we see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see the graph.
Okay. Okay, at this time, I would like to talk about a community that has shown great social responsibility in the area of education, has shown great social responsibility in the area of empowerment, in the area of development, personal development, in the area of health, Currently, they are promoting a health supplement. Okay, let me make sure we are seeing the correct so yes, a community that has shown great responsibility. And currently, she is currently promoting a health supplement that also addresses some of the issues that I've raised here tonight. And the name of this company and community is the Green Mondays community. And she has several important things to offer everybody who decides to be a part of this great community. I'll quickly go through the advantages of being a part of this community. Aside the social responsibility, the community also provides every member with a business platform, an online business platform where they can run their business, and gives the opportunity to also be a distributor of a natural health range of products that can help counter all the issues that I've raised here this evening by building socially responsible community members. I've mentioned personal development. I've talked about education, yes, trainings. And not only that, you also have the opportunity to there are also agency opportunities and enjoyment opportunities. So it's a network of like minds, a group of people who would lift you up from where you are to where you intend to be. Now, how can you be? What are the products that this community before I go into the products, I will just talk about how you can be a member of the community and the other partner companies that are part of this conglomerate. We have the Vent to Earn, which is the utility platform that helps you with vending your utility, your DSTV, your recharge cards and all that. We have Marvel Natural PLC, responsible for production of our products here in Nigeria, Oshobo to be precise, and these products are currently in 17 countries of the world. She has ISO certification, FDA approval, NAFDAC approval, HALA certification. And we also have A2W that has 12 years experience in the network marketing industry. And I think the only African network marketing industry that is still here and growing. Then we have the Green Mondays, which is responsible for promotion of our range of products and this distribution. Now, how can you be a part of the community? We have 6 ways that you can be a part of this great community, but the best way to be a part of the community is to be a VIP member, which is by starting with 750,000 Naira. If you cannot start with the VIP membership, you can start from wherever you are with what you have. There are several promos ongoing right now that you can leverage on and grow from where you are to where you want to be, which is the VIP. As a VIP member, you earn 2% global share. You have the opportunity to also be an investor in the production units if you choose. You also get products that are worth more than ₦1 million. You earn 12 levels deep. There are so many opportunities that come with being a VIP member. Now, let me quickly go into the products. We have a wide range of products. This picture doesn't capture all. We have the Reader Bitters, which is our flagship product. We have the Reader Cleanser, Restore. We have the Fat Burner, the capsule, the balm, disinfectant, personal hand sanitizer. We have Reader Fire. We have Reader Tea. We also have the Lilies range. We have the body wash as well. Now, I would like to talk about the Lilies range. Sorry, I would like to talk about the Reader tea, the Reader eucalyptus tea, and the Reader artemisia tea. Now, aside the fact that all our range of products are known for having antioxidant properties, so basically they help you repair the cells of your body, they mop up free radicals, basically all the yama yama, as people would say, they mop it up and repair the cells of your body. So they remove those harmful substances that are moving around the body and they clean it up. So that's what antioxidants, what they do. And certain factors in our environment actually harm the cells of our body. So remember I started with disease burden, and I also talked about malaria. So something special about our Reader range is that they help to prevent malaria fever. And we have something special in our midst called the Reader artemisia tea that also prevents malaria fever. It helps with its treatment and management as well. It helps to manage COVID and other respiratory tract infections. It helps with a wide range. It helps with manage stress and quite a number of things. I hope you can still see my screen. Are we all together?
Yes, yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Now, certain factors in our environment causes oxidative stress, and that is what I started this discussion with, the factors in our environment. But there are also medications that predisposes us to oxidative stress as well, because some medications or most medications have side effects that may also be harmful to our bodies. Insecticides as well, alcohol, the diet, that's your diet, the diets that you take are also harmful. And they affect the different organs of the body in different ways, which will now manifest at different disease conditions like diabetes, aging, chronic kidney disease, dermatitis, cardiac fibrosis, and the rest of them. So how can we curb this situation? How can we prevent this? By being proactive about our health and taking antioxidants, natural herbal antioxidants that have been certified to protect us from harmful contaminants in our environment. Now, from the business angle of being a part of this community, there are 13 ways. Okay, it should be more than that now. There are 15 ways you can earn from being a part of this great community. And they are listed here. You can earn from leadership bonus, from your metrics bonus, completion, global share, retail profit, stockist reward, executive share, personal bonus, instant rewards. We also have something we are leveraging on called the e-cooperative. So there are so many ways that you can earn from being a part of this community. The community actually provides different avenues to wealth, So you need to be a part of the community. You need to be paying attention so that you can take parts of the opportunities as they come. Let's look at the numbers. When you join us, this chart is showing if you join us with the gold pack, which is 140,000 naira. These are the earning potentials. If you build with the power of 4 and you remain consistent building your business. At the end of 12 months, the earning potential is close to more than 11 billion plus, building consistently. And there are so many persons around you who are also looking for opportunities, who are looking for business opportunities. And aside the business angle, who are also in need of health solutions, We have packs called solution packs that address health situations like the diabetic lifestyle pack, the respiratory lifestyle pack. We have the hypertensive lifestyle pack. And there are persons around you who may need these packs. We have the senior citizen pack. Every senior citizen actually needs a senior citizen pack. So recommending them is beneficial to you and to the person who gets to use them. It's also possible to earn from your GMX, but the GMX is only for VIP members. So it's important everyone starts from somewhere and grows into their VIP membership. This community is focused on personal development, is focused on financial freedom, is focused on taking people from a limited mindset to an empowered state of mind, is focused on showing people different avenues to wealth, is focused on being socially responsible and providing grants for those in need of them, is focused on providing health solutions, natural health solutions, and empowerment programs for the community at large. So why not join our community? Because from what I've said so far, I even feel like joining again, being a part of this community. One of the beautiful things I like about this community is the personal development, especially in so many persons are facing or are going through different things, 2 different types of trauma. But by the time they join a community that will help them become better persons, a community that would teach them and help them grow into who they are meant to be, they are now able to fulfill their own responsibilities as socially responsible people. So thank you very much for your time. I don't know if anyone in the audience would like to share 1 or 2 testimonies about the community as a whole and about our products. If you would like to do that, let's quickly have some testimonies before we have questions.
Okay, if I may just share briefly. Thank you very much, Rita, for that presentation, and even flagging up malaria. I mean, malaria, even though we take it, especially those of us in this part of the world, we take it quite lightly, but malaria still causes significant numbers of deaths in individuals, especially in children. And you know, you talked about prevention, and yes, there's so many ways in which we can prevent malaria, you know, keeping our compounds clean, and, you know. And you also talked about the reader range. I know that those days when we were younger, we used to take Sunday medicine. And right now, people don't really, except people coming from abroad, take preventive chemoprophylaxis, we call it. But I have found that the reader range of products, especially our flagship product, Reader Herbal Bitters, a number of people, anecdotally, but with personal experience, hardly come down with malaria as often as before when they are on Reader Herbal Bitters. And I am one of those. I mean, I don't have malaria often anyway, but even now with taking the Reader range, especially the Reader Herbal Bitters, I rarely come down with malaria, you know. And also when I talk about painkillers, my use of painkillers has reduced drastically since I started taking the Reader range, especially the Reader Herbal Bitters. So we have a great range of products that can help in our primary care prevention, and even helping to manage any health condition we come down with. So that's just what I wanted to share. Seems like somebody's hand is up. Pat, Dr.
Okay.
Pat, I think.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Aina.
Okay. Well done, Dr. Rita. I just want to share a testimony about the range of products, and it's just about malaria too. Yeah. Like, I treated malaria last year, October. And we are now in September 2021. I treated it last October 2020. I used to take the Reader capsule every day. And since I've started that, I found out that the way I used to treat malaria had reduced greatly. Even I was thinking that I should have come down with malaria this year, but up to now, I'm still hale and healthy, not even a sign or symptoms of, malaria. So when we talk about malaria, the Reader range of products really works for it. And if people can take it regularly, not only malaria, other types of infection or diseases is prevented or is put at an help when this product is taken regularly as expected. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pat, for sharing. Do we have any other persons who would like to share a testimony? All right, do we have any guests in the house? If you are a guest, you're welcome. You can quickly let us know in the chat box who invited you, your name and who invited you, so we can warmly welcome you. And if there are any questions, you can also let us know.